Ibrahim Mbaye is one of the brightest prospects in French football. He is a product of the PSG Academy and is a current member of the U19 squad. Mbaye operates mainly as a right winger, but can also play on the left if required. He has recently made the breakthrough into PSG's first team and also represents France at under-18s level. After reading various scouting reports and watching numerous videos on Ibrahim Mbaye, it is clear he has some strengths and weaknesses to his game. His main strengths are his dribbling. He is able to travel quickly with the ball, navigating his way through tight spaces with ease. His versatility of being able to play on either side of the pitch. And another main quality is his instinct to get into goal-scoring situations. His only real weaknesses are his decision-making, sometimes holding on to the ball for too long, and his physicality, which is something that will develop with age. Thanks to the hard work and dedication of Passion for FM, we can show you what Ibrahim Mbaye might look like if he was part of the FM24 database, and it could give us some hints as to how he will look like in FM26. Now, if you want to get Ibrahim Mbaye plus hundreds of other brand new Wonderkids into your save game, you're going to need the Passion for FM Next Gen database. I'll leave a link to that in the description down below. Simply download the database, start a brand new save game, and you can unlock hundreds of brand new Wonderkids from across the world. Some of them might not have made it into FM24, but they certainly could be in the Wonderkid class of 26. So with that being said, in today's video we're going to use the Passion for FM Next Gen database to track the career of Ibrahim Mbaye. I have recreated conditions to the modern day, starting a brand new save game in 2024, and that means that Ibrahim Mbaye is 16 years old and he's part of Paris Saint-Germain's under-19s team. At the start of a brand new save, he looks like a real uncut diamond who is ready to be polished. In terms of his technicals, he has standouts of 13 for finishing, 12 for dribbling, 12 for first touch and 12 for technique. In the mentals, he has good composure, determination, flair and teamwork. In the physicals, 12 acceleration, 14 for agility, 15 jumping reach and 14 for pace. Just like we said, in his weaknesses, he is a little bit lightweight, stands at 6 foot but only has 7 for strength, so look out for that to develop quickly. So, that's an introduction to Ibrahim Mbaye and what he might look like in FM24. Let's see how his career pans out across the next 15 years. We have now reached the first checkpoint, that is 5 years into the future. It's 2029, Ibrahim Mbaye is now 21 years old and we find him out on loan at Hoffenheim away from his parent club to gain first team experience. Looking at the player, it certainly seems to have worked. Whilst being at Hoffenheim, he is now a full French international, gaining his first 4 caps and scoring his first goal. Looking at the player, in terms of his development, it's not as explosive as I thought it would be in the first 5 years, but in the technicals, the standout is now technique, but he also scores highly still for dribbling, finishing and first touch. In the mentals, the main standouts are his composure, his determination and his flair. In the physicals, this is where the biggest development has happened. He now has 14 for acceleration, 17 for agility, 16 for jumping reach and 16 for pace. He's certainly a player that's going in the right direction, but the next 5 years could be crucial. Will he get the first team football at PSG that is required, or will he have to go out on loan again to gain that first team experience to really see that development? At the 10-year mark, we have reached the second checkpoint. It's now 2034 and Ibrahim Mbaye is still at PSG. He's now 26 years old and has continued to gain caps for France. He has made 41 appearances and scored 6 goals. In terms of his first team football at PSG, he's now up to 129 appearances, and you can tell in terms of the development that it's still going pretty slowly. Not much has changed in the technicals. He still has that standout of technique. His first touch and dribbling have improved. He still has 13 for finishing. In terms of the mentals, determination is the standout with 16, but he scored 14 for anticipation. Composure, he has off the ball of 13 and vision of 13. And in the physicals, not much has changed there either. Acceleration of 14, agility of 17, jumping reach of 16, pace of 16. So he's now getting game time at PSG, but with limited time earlier on in his career between the ages of 16 to 21, is the biggest amount of development going to happen in this phase now from 26 to 31 as he's establishing himself as a true first teamer. So we have now moved 15 years into the future. It is 2039. Ibrahim Mbaye is 31 years old, and we find that he has stayed loyal to PSG. Finally getting the game time that he deserves. He is now up to 261 appearances for PSG's first team. He has also amassed 77 caps for France. Has the development come? Well, sort of. Between the ages of 26 and 31, there is some increases in his attributes. And if we look at the technicals, that technique is up to 16, but crossing and first touch is still at 14, dribbling and finishing are still at 13. Looking at the mentals, determination of 16 and flair of 16 still hold him in good stead coming into the later years of his career. And in the physicals, agility is up to 18, balance of 16, jumping reach of 16, pace of 16. I do think that there is a bit more development to come from this player if you can get him first team football early on in his career. Now, he's still going to be a leading player for most teams in the game, but at this point, it's a little bit disappointing to not see him develop further because in real life, PSG really do value him as a player that is going to go on to become a world star. And looking at him as an attacking midfielder, he would be okay. He doesn't have electric acceleration, but does have good pace. He's good at dribbling, and when he cuts inside, he probably is going to cause defenders problems, but you still need to get him that development earlier on in the save game. So, 15 years across Ibrahim Mbaye's career, do you think he's the type of player that you would want to go out and sign in FM26? Do you think you could get the best out of him, or should we be looking at other players at this point? Let me know in the comments section if you would sign him or if there's somebody else that we need to go and look at. Right then, that's pretty much going to do it for this video. Once again, if you want players like Ibrahim Mbaye in your save games, you need to download the Passion 4FM Next Gen database. The link to that is in the description down below. But for this one, I'm going to leave it there. A big thank you for watching. Hopefully you'll go out and check the other potential Wonder Kids of Football Manager series, and I can see you on another video very soon.